Always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman. In which case, always be Batman. Hello, Rob Walker here. So I wore this Batman mask at the suggestion of my friend Gabe. I picked it up at the Nerd Store in Greeley, Colorado as a part of the Batman 75th anniversary. But he suggested that I wear it for my next video blog. So I decided to make this video blog a little bit about Batman and superheroes and comic books. Partially because I was inspired by this mask and Gabe suggesting that I wear it. And also I was inspired by a great video blog series and review series called Graphic Details. I'll put a link in the description. I've linked it before. It's a really great series. You guys should check it out. But I wanted to get back to the quote that I began the video blog with. Always be yourself, but if you can't be yourself, always be Batman, right? This quote is often attributed to Joss Whedon, but it's also attributed to a singer-songwriter, Andy Biersack. Regardless of who said it first, it's a catchy meme-like quote, right? But that doesn't change the fact that it is a horrible idea to be Batman. Here's why. When people think about Batman, they think about his athletic prowess, they think about his intelligence, they think about his mystery-solving ability, his vast wealth, being able to use technology to further his efforts in fighting crime. But what they always seem to forget is that Batman witnessed his parents die in front of him. And that is at the root of who Batman is. There was a meme going around a little while ago following Ben Affleck's first photograph in the Batman costume for the film Batman v Superman. That is a horrible name. And it showed him looking very grim, and people photoshopped him being sad in all of these different pictures and stuff, and they subtitled the meme, Sad Batman. And while I thought some of the efforts in the Photoshop category were kind of funny, I thought the idea of Sad Batman was kind of redundant because Batman is inherently sad. I mean, wouldn't you be if you were a child and you watched your parents get murdered? There's no denying that the character is on a quest for revenge of sorts, right? So if I was going to recommend somebody to be someone other than themselves, I certainly wouldn't recommend them to be Batman. I would never recommend somebody spend all of their fortune and all of their time obsessing over a concept like fighting crime. Now don't get me wrong, I love Batman as a character. I am a Batman fan, and I think to one degree or another it's his flaws and the fact that he is a human being that has sculpted himself to mental and physical perfection that kind of sells the character beyond many other comic book characters. But this idea of choosing to be Batman over so many other interesting and probably more well-adjusted comic book characters really got me thinking. If I was going to recommend a comic book character for someone to be if they weren't going to be themselves, I might recommend Clark Kent. Now I know Superman gets a lot of hate, but hear me out. If all of Superman's powers were stripped away tomorrow, he would still be Clark Kent, Daily Planet journalist. Clark Kent, the journalist, is actually using his pen or typewriter or keyboard or whatever to actually bring light to injustices in the world. And I think that is the coolest part of Superman's identity. Or you could be Wonder Woman, who, as someone pointed out previously, is the only one among the DC Trinity to actually be trained as a warrior. But that's not necessarily what makes Wonder Woman a good character to emulate. Sure, she's a warrior and she can swing an axe into someone's face, but she's also a warrior in the more poetic sense. Some interpretations of the character prefer to showcase her prowess on the battlefield. But there has to be a reason why she carries around a lasso that makes people tell the truth. Getting to the bottom of what is true is at the heart of Wonder Woman's character. So while I would strongly suggest that you just simply be yourself and find ways to better you, I would definitely not suggest that you ever be Batman. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave comments. This is Rob Walker saying, thank you for watching. You should probably also just forget Man of Steel's continuity with regard to Clark Kent's journalistic integrity. How a person works a series of odd jobs, then works on an oil rig, and then becomes a reporter at the Daily Planet. I have absolutely no idea. Okay, I'm sorry. That actually was the most unbelievable part of that movie for me.